The demand for fast and accurate journalism has never been higher. Companies are now evolving into media houses, reflecting a shift in how organizations communicate and protect their reputations in the digital age. Welcome to VAR India News Hour. In today's media landscape, speed and accuracy are crucial. With the rise of social media and the rapid spread of misinformation, the challenge is to balance quick reporting with true fact checking verification. By creating their own content and communication channels, companies can directly reach their audiences, controlling their narrative and reducing dependency on traditional media outlets. This helps prevent misinterpretation and misinformation. As people gain more access to information, especially through the internet, media outlets must deliver timely and accurate news to maintain credibility. This is especially relevant in regions like Indonesia, where the sheer volume of information can be overwhelming. Journalists face a growing challenge, keeping up with the fast pace of the news cycle while upholding rigorous standards of fast checking. Experts note that platforms like WhatsApp allow information to spread faster than traditional media can keep up. With limited resources, covering vast areas comprehensively becomes difficult. On social media, content can be shared instantly without verification, creating a competition between mainstream media and these platforms. This verified content increases the risk of misinformation, further complicating the role of traditional journalists in maintaining public trust. Secondly, social media, while a powerful tool for journalism, must be used responsibly. To maintain integrity, journalists should verify content, secure permissions, and follow ethical standards. This approach allows mainstream media to benefit from social media's reach without sacrificing accuracy. With the risk of fake news and the potential for traditional media to sometimes misinterpret facts, companies feel that need to directly address issues and present their side of the story accurately. Now, let's take a look at today's headline. On September 21st, Atishi will take oath as Delhi's Chief Minister. On September 21st, Delhi CM designate Atishi and her cabinet will take oath. Atishi was to be the only one sworn in at first, but now her entire council of ministers will take the oath. On September 17th, CM Kejriwal presented his resignation and Atishi took over. The event will be low key with a focus on retaining key ministers from the previous administration. Apple Intelligence will be available in German, Korean, and Italian in 2025. By 2025, Apple Intelligence, its AI feature set, will support German, Korean, and Italian, extending its worldwide reach. Apple claimed that this move makes AI more accessible. By December, the feature will also enable localized English for the UK, Canada, and Australia. Language support for India and Singapore will follow. YouTube Studio now allows producers use AI to generate ideas for new videos. New AI-powered features have been shown by YouTube during its Made on YouTube event. Soon, creators will be able to utilize YouTube Studio to come up with ideas for videos, create thumbnails with AI assistance, and respond to comments with customized AI responses. While AI generated thumbnails and comment replies are intended to improve creative productivity, the idea generator will offer video recommendations based on popular subjects and comments. DOT modifies mobile towers and lessens telecom companies' property tax cost. In its revised right of way regulations, the telecom department has redefined mobile tower, exempting them from property tax. This modification should expedite the rollout of 5G by simplifying authorization procedures and cutting down on administrative holdouts. The revised regulations will go into effect on January 1st, 2025. Government to turn India Post into a logistics company, expecting a 60% rise in revenue. In the next 3 to 4 years, the government wants to turn India Post into a logistics company and boost the department's earnings by 50 to 60%, according to Union Telecom Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia's statement. He added that he will be considering all possible options to boost India Post's revenue and that the postal department has the ability to bring services to people's doorsteps in rural and distant locations. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to VAR India magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for more news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.